Hey there, I'm Jake, and today we're going to work on the alignment of our neck. Buckle up. Here we go. You're going to come into tabletop. Align yourself with your wrist straight across your mat and under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. As you inhale, arch your back, look forward. And exhale, round your spine, look towards your navel. And several rounds like that. And just notice when you lift your chin, how it accentuates more of an arching quality in your back. And when you tuck your chin, how it promotes more of a rounded low back. It's called your ocular pelvic angle. So the alignment in your cervical spine governs all the way down to your low back. With your next in and breath, find a neutral spine and pelvis, neutral neck. Tuck your toes under and step back for plank. Legs straight. And lower down for low plank. Lower all the way to the floor. Lie on your belly, point your feet. Bring your arms alongside your body. Lengthen your back. Shoulders even with the base of your neck as you lift up. Chest up, shoulders up, legs lift. You lift your chin just enough to lengthen through all sides of your neck evenly. And exhale, flatten your hands, tops of feet down. Inhale, cobra. Okay, watch you don't just throw your head back here. Okay, no wrinkles in the back of your neck. And exhale, down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, bend your knees enough. Create a release in your back. And align your neck so your ears are in line with your arms. You're extending long through the crown of your head, through all sides of your neck. Again, no wrinkles, especially in the back of the neck. You don't want your head to just drop towards the floor, and you don't want to overextend. You don't want to overlift your chin. And inhale, come to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, fold. Okay, feet hips width apart to fist width apart. So skeletal hips width. Feet straight. Hold opposite hand to elbow. This famous ragdoll shape. Now swing your head through your arms so the back of your head is against the belly of your forearms. Bend your knees deeply. Lift your chest up, elbows back. Okay, use your forearms to traction your neck long. Sit heavy. Okay, then straighten your legs. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bow forward, touch the floor. You can bend your knees enough to touch. Weight in your right foot, step your left foot way back for lunge. Front knee over your ankle. Back foot's vertical, come up, arms up. Torso up and unravel your arms like twisty ties. Okay, you want your ears slightly forward of your arms, if not even with your arms. Settle in your hips. Lift up out of your low back, open up your upper back. You can lift your chin so far as your ears don't slide past your arms. And unhook, reach up, hands to the mat. Step forward, switch sides, left foot forward, right foot back for a lunge. Okay, come on up. Root your left heel heavy. Reach your arms up, intertwine your arms to the opposite hook. Okay, could either bring your palms to touch or ravel your fingers. Okay, and lift up out of your low back. Set the sides of your throat back. Rather than your chin up, you don't want to crank your neck back. Send the sides of your throat back, palate back. Okay, unhook, reach up. Hands to the floor. Step back. Down dog. Inhale, plank. Legs strong, lower down all the way to the floor. Line your belly, point your feet, interlace your fingers behind your head, like a headstand. Bend your elbows. Without moving your elbows, place them on the floor, drag them towards your feet till your armpits hollow, then lift up, elbows wide, chest up, legs lift. Use your hands to traction your neck long. And unhook, hands flat, tops of feet down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward for low lunge. Lower your back knee super gently. Point your left foot for Anjaneyasana. This low lunge where your knee goes past your ankle so far as your hips stay square. You're going to reach up, unravel your arms, and lift up out of your low back. And think, send the sides of your palate back rather than throwing your chin back. Okay, and you open up your upper back. Unhook, reach up. Okay, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes under. Step back. Down dog. And second side, inhale, left foot forward, low lunge. Lower your back knee super gently. Point your back foot, hands on your left thigh. And root heavy in your hips. And reach your arms up. Unravel your arms to the opposite hook. Lift out of your low back. And send the sides of your palate back to open up your chest. Only so far as it's clear in your low back. And look up, just watch you don't throw your neck back. Okay, unhook, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Tuck your back toes under, step back. Down dog. Inhale, plank. And exhale, lower down. All the way, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, step your right foot between your hands, warrior two. Okay, anchor your left heel, come up. Reverse your warrior, spin your right palm up, lean back. Touch your back leg with your left hand. Widen your right knee right, crescent your spine back, look up. Okay, warrior two. And side angle pose, right forearm to your right thigh. You can take your left thumb and index finger right at your occipital ridge. There's this ridge right at the base of your skull. Can you find that? Okay, and angle your left elbow forward. Kind of like you did on your belly. And when your elbow goes forward, you set the left head of your arm bone back into its shoulder socket. Lengthen the back of your neck. Okay, watch you don't jam your head down, but lengthen the back of the neck. Palate back, chest lifts. Then swing your left arm by your ear. And look up. Hey, hands to the floor. Step it back. Down dog. Second side, inhale, step your left foot forward, warrior two. And side angle, left forearm to your left thigh. Take your right thumb and index finger. Behind your occipital ridge, there's this ridge right at the base of your skull. And angle your right elbow towards the wall to your right. When your elbow swings forward, you plug the root of your right arm bone into its shoulder socket. Throat back. Your chest will lift slightly. Keep all of that and extend your right arm by your ear. Look up. Okay, hands to the floor. Step it back. Down dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, warrior two. Okay, and triangle, straighten your right leg, hinge forward. Right hand just to the outside of the center of your right outer shin, to the floor of your block. Take your left hand behind your head, okay, right at that occipital ridge, left elbow forward. Set your left arm bone back, extend long through all sides of your neck. Keep that. And just re-extend your left arm straight up. Legs straight, arms straight, back straight. Right, bend your right knee, hands to the floor. Step it back for dog. Second side, left foot forward, warrior two. Straighten your left leg, hinge forward. Left hand to the outside of your left shin to the floor of the block. Or as tall as you have to lengthen. Okay, and right hand behind your skull. Right elbow swings forward, right arm bone plugs back. Extend long, as if you're doing headstand against the front wall. Keep that as you reach up. Look up through your right fingertips with your left eye to lengthen the left side of your neck. Okay, bend your left knee, hands to the floor. Step back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, low plank. Inhale, cobra, turn your hands out just enough to flatten them out, shoulders back. And exhale, down dog. And right knee forward for pigeon, right knee wide all the way to the right edge of your mat. And give it a breath. And pigeon, hips square. Come onto your forearms and let your hips sit back. Stretch back through your back foot. Okay, reach your right hand back for your left foot for a thigh stretch. You can hold either side of your foot. Get as tall as you have to reach your foot. Draw your heel towards your outer hip. And tip your hip up towards your heel. Yeah, you can come up onto the left hand if you need. And gently release. Step back. Switch sides. Left knee wide for pigeon. Left knee all the way to the left edge of your mat. Square your hips. Let your hips sit back and heavy towards the floor. And give it a breath for your hips to open. And reach your left hand back for your right foot. For a quad stretch. You can get tall to reach the foot. If you can't quite reach the foot, use a strap or a towel to lasso your foot. You still can't quite reach if it's too much for your knee. Let it go back to the floor. Flick your toes against your hand. Draw your heel in. Okay, gently release. Step back. Down dog. And lower both knees to the mat for camel pose. Okay, tuck your toes under. It's an interesting pose for your neck with back bends here, especially camel pose where you're in this bend while you're on the knees. You want your neck to be a continuum of your back bend. So bend your elbows, palms face up. Big breath in, create a lift, elbows back. Create a lift all the way up through your chest. Okay, and so far as it feels good, and like a lift in your low back, you'd venture back, hands to your heels. As you go deeper into the back bend, you could set your chin back. So you don't want your chin to tuck. You don't want to just drop your head back. It's a continuum of the back bend. Okay, as you come out of this one, both hands at the same time to come out. Okay, and you're gonna bring your hands in front of you like tabletop. Windshield wiper both feet and shins to the right. Sit your left hip down to the left. Okay, so your right shin is at the center of your left sole of your foot. Right hand to your left thigh. Left hand behind you on fingertips. Root down through your left hip, sit tall. And twist, left shoulder back. Okay, and second side, come on up. And windshield wiper both shins to the left. Sit your hips down on the right. Okay, this is one twist where your opposite hip will be lifted. And this side, the left hip. Okay, left hand to your right thigh, right hand on fingertips behind you, right shoulder back. Root down through that right hip to sit tall. And twist. And you can swing both legs out in front of you. Bend your knees. Place your feet, lie on your back, chin perpendicular with the floor. Okay, and keep the back of the head rooted, and just take your right hand under your neck. You ought to be able to set your hand under the neck. Okay, so no part of your cervical spine touches here. For a bridge, press your feet down and lift your hips up. You can either clasp your hands underneath you or arms alongside you, whichever gives you leverage to get your shoulders underneath you. From your palate, lengthen back down through your knees, root your heels heavy. From the core root of your palate, lengthen the back of your neck, press the back of your skull down. And lower your hips down, press your hands against the thighs, neck neutral. And bend your knees in for happy baby. You can hold the shins or the feet, either hold it still or rock and roll. Rock it up to sit. And stretch your legs out wide. Feet point up, knees point up. Root your legs down, lift your low back up, and bow down the middle. If your knees lift up, if your back slouches at all, keep your hands behind you to lift your low back up. And forward folds, your neck continues that same even rounded quality about your mid and upper back. All right, so hope this has given you some clarity in neck alignment in your poses, and glad you're here. I'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot. My name's Jake. Namaste.